Amazon review for the Vevor LW5 4 nozzle solar panel cleaner. Half of it's junk, other half is really, really good. And for 90 bucks, I think I got my money's worth as long as you get some brass fittings. So the pole, I got a 15-foot pole to clean my ground mount. Let me show you my panels I just did in a space of about 20 minutes. This is not hard to do. If you can wash your car, you should wash your solar panels. It's actually rewarding and kind of fun. All right, that wraps up this job today. That was actually kind of fun. Look how quickly this is drying in a light breeze. And let me show you what I did. These didn't really need cleaning. They had just surface dust on them, but they look better than brand new. About 5 months ago, they were installed, and no water spots. I'm using well water, about 80 parts per million. I did a TDS water test, and I have hot and cold water too, so I actually had it lukewarm. It's kind of chilly today. You do not want to have any thermal shock on your glass, obviously. The panels this morning in bright sun were generating 12.5 kilowatts, and I'm going to wait for tomorrow when the sun comes out and see if I notice an improvement. I'll wait till then before passing judgment. Super happy with them. This is a keeper. Reminder, you got to go to the hardware store with Vevor and get the right brass fittings. Half of the product is junk. The other half is really, really good. I'm willing to forgive them for that. I may bypass all of these plastic fittings. They should be ashamed for putting this out, but I guess I got what I paid for $91 on Amazon. It's the brass fittings. Wash your own panels. You can wash your car. You can wash your panels. Don't pay a pro. Quick sidebar, let me show you a few things that come with the Vevor LW5 solar brush. It comes with this white rubber, I don't know, hose bib fitting that you're supposed to just screw on to a typical hose bib, or for me, I'm screwing it onto my 200-foot garden hose to get to my solar panels over there, way over there. But it comes with that. This thing is absolute junk. It's totally worthless. I'm going to show it popping off in 2 seconds as soon as I connect it. But on a quick sidebar, before I get into it with water everywhere, I'm going to do a TDS water test. And then I'm going to show the 2 brass fittings that you need to buy at a hardware store or wherever. And the specs of those are in description coming up shortly. I'm not going to try to memorize them. So let me start with doing a TDS water test and show you what my typical softened water from my Hague Water Max is. I wouldn't want to use regular tap water if it's over 100 parts per million. So just get a simple TDS water test. I'm going to do that right now. Okay, I just filled up my simple water glass and I just turned it on. It's bone dry. It's never been tested, I don't know, for a few days now. Let's see what it comes up at. 107. So on the day that I did it, it was 80. I'll still take that because I'm using a microfiber towel. I keep saying terry cloth. I don't know why. It's microfiber all the way. I use a Griot's, a couple of good sized towels. I'll put the specs in there if you're interested in those. All right, so next it would be, I'm gonna show the connection of the way Vevor wants you to connect to your household water supply, whether it's a garden hose or an actual hose bib on the side of your house. They want you to connect the mechanism to this, I would call it almost like a church key type screw fitting, and it's completely not gonna work. I'm gonna show you in a second, turning on the valve. Let me just connect it real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, back to the test here. So here's the factory stock way that Vevor wants you to connect it. I've got this clamped down as tight as I can get it. I've got this tightened, hand tightened. And then this is the water shutoff I'm just using. It's basically about 60, 70 PSI. And let's just see what happens when I turn it on for the first time. I'm not using that. And usually it pops right off if you really turn it on fast. It's just annoying. So I give up on that. So the solution is go with an all brass fitting. It's the male nipple to the 3/4 inch hose fitting, and it's pipe thread to hose thread. That's the difference why you got to go to a hardware store. And I simply use hose tape too, because, you know, to avoid leak. And it works perfectly. It works beautifully. And I very well may replace this whole mechanism here. I'm never going to use soap on my panels. It's never going to get dirty enough. But I just want to show how I do it. It's not the way, it's just the way that worked for me. Shame on Vevor. This is just lame. And I'm critical of it, but I have a solution. And I'm very happy with what I spent versus I got my value out of it, that's for sure. So anyway, here we go. Okay, back to the test here. I've got the new brass fittings. It's the male nipple and then the hose fitting right here. Those are just hand tightened with the hose thread tape. I think it'll seal perfectly fine. It still needs to finish filling up the soap dispenser, but let me just turn it on and see what happens. Yep. See how that popped off? That's what happens with this white thing. It pops off in seconds. So let me just reconnect it and turn it on slowly. Okay, now reconnected. I'm gonna turn on the valve slowly. Much better. And if I wanted to, I could actually clamp that down a little tighter too. All right, so this could be you. And I'm very pleased with it. I think it works great. Just got to be careful of these plastic fittings because they will pop off in seconds. So let me get all this water drained out of these hoses and I'll leave this alone for several months or so to the next time I need to do a cleaning. One of my neighbors was asking me, so did you get any good results out of cleaning it? Was it worth it? And no, not really. But it was fun. It was an interesting experience. 12.6 on a typical bright, sunny, blue sky day this week. And it's cloudy over there, but up here, it's blue sky, sunny day, pretty intense, around the same time of day. And 12.7 kilowatts. So that is not a market increase, but I'll still take it. I like having sunny, clean panels rather than dusty, dirty, but it did make a difference. Was it worth it? No, not really. Only if it was really, really dirty, which it will get unless I keep up on it. But I still recommend it. I think for the price paid, I got the value out of it. I was just so frustrated with Vevor, the way they just put off those simple, cheap plastic fittings. But compared to trying to buy something professional in the $800, $600, $1,400 solar panel brush range, I don't need that. I'm just a homeowner. I can wash my own panels. Thanks for looking. Hope this helps somebody figure it out.